Hi, I'm Joni Ernst, and I have the great honor of serving Iowans in the United States Senate. Thank you so much for inviting me to speak. I'm sorry I couldn't be there with you all in person, but I am glad to have the opportunity to address you with some of the important issues we will be working on with this new administration. I'd also like to thank you all for the important feedback that you gave my office during the WRDA debate. It's critical that I hear about issues that are important to all of you so we can take that information and thoughtfully advocate for the folks that live, work, and invest in the upper Mississippi River Basin. First, as many of you may know, I have a new committee this year. I am now a member of the Environment and Public Works Committee, which has jurisdiction over infrastructure and transportation issues. This committee is so important to me because many of the issues we discuss and legislate on at EPW are hugely important to Iowa. I am very pleased to be a part of it and am eager to roll up my sleeves and get to work. Right before the holidays, then President Obama signed the Water Infrastructure Bill into law, which was a great victory for Iowa. This bill contains the authorization of the Army Corps of Engineers projects that are important to Iowa for flood damage reduction and water resources infrastructure, in addition to addressing the water quality issues many of our communities face across the country. Additionally, the legislation also includes my provision to direct the Corps to prioritize the Cedar Rapids Flood Control Project. As I have made clear, the Corps must fulfill their obligation to assist in completion of this project to protect the people of Iowa from another disaster. Now, this law will direct the Corps to do so in a timely manner, and I will continue to follow up on this with the new administration. I also worked with the EPW committee to request a study by the Government Accountability Office, or GAO, to look at the benefit-cost ratio for flood mitigation projects. This issue is hugely important to Iowa. This water infrastructure bill also authorizes a study of the levees along the upper Mississippi and Illinois rivers on a system-wide basis to evaluate the flood damage risks on a basin-wide basis, which I know was a huge priority for all of you, so I'm excited about that. This review was recommended by the Corps in a 2008 study and by the Secretary in a 2009 letter to Congress to address the fact that a rehabilitation of a levee at a single location often cannot be cost justified, but each location is an integral part of a levee system that provides essential flood protection benefits. Make no mistake, I will be pushing to make sure the new administration knows how important these flood mitigation and infrastructure projects are to Iowa. The biggest challenge we face is getting that funding because, as you know, Iowa is at a disadvantage when it comes to the benefit-cost ratios. I have had a discussion with OMB nominee Mick Mulvaney, who implements the President's budget request and will have a role in the funding of flood mitigation projects. I plan on keeping that conversation going and working with him and others in the administration to find new and creative ways to address a lot of these issues. As many of you know, President Trump would like a comprehensive infrastructure bill. It still remains to be seen what that would entail, but as a member of the EPW committee, which would have a substantial role in any infrastructure legislation, we are eager to work with substance and do so in a thoughtful and conservative approach. When it comes to levee standards and levels between the Corps and FEMA, I know there has been a lot of uncertainty out there and a lot of underlying issues. As a member of the EPW committee, which has jurisdiction over the Corps, I look forward to advocating for the importance of clearly defined rules so our levee and drainage districts know what to expect and what to plan and budget for. This is an issue that is occurring across Iowa, and it's something we need to continue to work on with folks. Our locks and dams on the Mississippi River and its tributaries are a critical piece of our ag transportation infrastructure. Most of them were built during the 1930s and have long outlived their designed lifespan and are too small to handle modern barge tows. If we were to have failures at key locks and dams, it could cause millions or even billions of dollars in economic damage. It is important that we take a system-wide approach to river policy, especially as we see the Panama Canal being expanded to handle even more traffic. Again, I apologize that I couldn't be there in person today, but please know that I will continue to work tirelessly for the issues I have outlined today. There is a lot of great opportunity to ensure your voice is heard by this new administration, and I look forward to working together to tackle these issues. Also, please know that my office is always here to serve you. Please don't hesitate to contact one of my offices, whether it's in Iowa or in Washington, D.C., or visit my website at ernst.senate.gov. Thank you for all that you do, and I look forward to the progress we will make together in the year ahead.